Regis Prograis, victorious here in our main event in his hometown, and he is standing by with our Chris Mannix.
Well, Regis, congratulations. That was a very difficult fight to score from sitting ringside. When that final bell rang, how confident were you that you were going to get the decision?
I mean, I definitely felt I was confident to get the decision. I got the stop, I got the drop early, and I kept pressing the action. But you know, he ran around the whole time. I definitely have to go back to the gym and work on some things because you know, he ran. It was like he tried to survive, but he definitely, you know, he was stronger than I thought. He caught me with some punches, but he just ran around. It was kind of hard to get to him.
I think a lot of people were expecting at some point for this to devolve into a firefight. It never did. How surprised were you by his strategy tonight?
I mean, I felt like, well, from the opening bell, I felt like that's what he was gonna do. He felt the power when I did drop him. He felt the power, so then he started running even more. So I felt that. I mean, I tried to get to him. I tried to catch him, but you know, he ran around.
What made him so difficult to track down for you?
It was just his foot movement, and I mean, I know he had the right hand. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good punch. Yeah, that was definitely a good punch. He caught me with it. But yeah, he was just moving around. He was trying to time the right hand and stuff like that. That's what it was.
Now, did you feel that was a knockdown in the first round? You guys got tangled up towards the end, but he hit you with the straight right hand before you both went to the canvas.
Well, looking at it now, it looked like it was a knockdown, to be honest. But when I did it, it didn't feel like it when I was in the ring because I never was hurt. And I failed a couple of times. It was like some foot stuff and all. We got tangled. The southpaw orthodox stuff, we got tangled. But looking at it, yeah, it could have been a knockdown.
You said you have to get back in the gym to potentially fight a guy like this down the road who might make it that difficult. What do you have to work on to become a better fighter? I have
to go work on cutting the ring off and stuff. And really, I'm sorry, New Orleans, I'm sorry. Like, I wanted to put on a little better performance. Hometown fights, you know, when you come back, hometown fights, they make you so nervous. I was in my hotel room, I was nervous. You know, I went around. I never usually when I go off the road, when I go off, like when I'm not here, I stay in the hotel room the whole time. This time I went out before the fight, so just the hometown fights are the worst, bro.
It's been 5 years since you've been back here in a fight in New Orleans. What did it mean to you, though, to get a win with that belt on your shoulder in your hometown?
Well, like I said, it was a tough win. It definitely was. I mean, I felt like I deserved the win. It was a tough win, but just to see all my people out there, man, thank y'all, New Orleans. I'm glad. Thank y'all. I'm glad I brought it back. You know, I'm glad I could just bring it back here. I put some fighters on the undercard. Eddie let me do that, so I'm definitely glad for that. But you know, I gotta go back and work on some things for sure.
You have a belt, and you've got a major promoter behind you in the 140-pound division, arguably the best division in all of boxing right now. What would you like to do next?
It depends on Eddie. I mean, it depends on what he said. It's a lot of big names out there. You know, they have Haney. Tio, I don't know what's going on with Tio. Matias, he has a belt. I don't want to fight Rolly. Rolly terrible to me. I don't want to fight Rolly. But it's a lot of big fights. Ryan Garcia, it's a lot of big fights out there for me. So, you know, we'll see what's happening next.
You had Bill Haney sitting ringside watching your fight tonight. How would you feel about a fight against Devin Haney next?
I love it. I saw Bill Haney at the hotel earlier, so I mean, if me and Devin could do it next, I think after this performance, they might feel a little more confident. But, you know, I'm going to go in the gym. I'm going to work my ass off and correct my mistakes and, you know, get that hometown jitters that they going to be here next time.
Congratulations, Regis.
Thank you. Thank y'all, New Orleans. Thank y'all for coming out, bro. Thank y'all. So, sorry I didn't put on the performance I wanted to, but I still kept my belt. Thank y'all.
All right, I'm going to turn to Eddie Hearn, the promoter of record here. Eddie, what did you think of the fight?
I thought it was a poor fight. You know, I thought it wasn't a great performance from Regis, but frustrating from Zorrilla, because I just feel like we chose Zorrilla because we felt he would come to fight. And when you get an opportunity to fight for a world championship, I thought it was a very frustrating performance, very disappointing from Zorrilla. He frustrated Regis. He started well. They both felt power early in the first round. Regis dropped him, and then he just ran for the whole fight. He never tried to win the fight. You can talk about it being close and there wasn't a lot, but Regis was forcing the fight. He didn't cut him off as well as I'm sure he would have liked. But, you know, it was disappointing that Zorrilla didn't come to fight. Regis is still world champion. And on to the next.
On to the next is right. You heard Regis say he would love to get a fight with Devin Haney. You had Bill Haney sitting here ringside. We know Devin is a promotional free agent right now. What are the chances that Devin Haney could get in the ring with Regis Prograis next?
It's up to him. We'd love that fight. You know, we're offering him the fight as champion. You know, I'm sure Devin wants to move up to 140. He wants a shot. You know, if there's a positive from tonight, It's that I think people will be more willing to fight Regis Prograis, which is great news, because I don't think before anyone was even mentioning his name. Now you'll probably hear tonight, tomorrow, people start to mention Regis Prograis' names. We love that. Bill Haney's here tonight. We love the Devin Haney fight. Obviously, we've got Jack Catterall in the UK. There's Rowley. Tiafimo, we found out, hasn't vacated his title. Matthias, all those guys. Honestly, there's not one fighter in the world that Regis Prograis wouldn't fight next. And hopefully tonight, they're going to be more willing to participate in that fight. Plenty of options, still world champion, frustrating night, but a big one next.
Thanks, Eddie. Corey?